Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program for you coming from the sheep family. And this is a monthly horoscope using my Kabbalistic tarot cards. And I will talk to you for the month of about the month of June. So I'm going to divide the month into two sections. So the first 15 days of June, I'm going to shuffle my cards. And the first 15 days of June, I'm going to talk to you firstly about your job. You coming from the sheep family. Now, this is not a friendly card. It's a card that says where your job is concerned in the first 15 days, you're going to have a lot of confrontation or find opposition or find provocation. All that, everything catches fire very easily. So if you value your job in the first 15 days of June, obey instructions, show your respect to your bosses or your managers, work well with the people you work well, and that way you will be able to control it. But it's going to be difficult for you coming from the sheep family, the first 15 days the job is concerned. Now, what about business? Well, it's the card of going separate ways, the card of going separate ways. And so business partnerships may have problems in the first 15 days of June, you coming from the sheep family. So if you value that, if you value your partnership, your partners, you can soften your approach. This card is all about to do with money. If you look closely, it's all about to do with money. So financial affairs are going to be a very sticky subject. And so if you value your partnerships from breaking down, then you'll have to be very cautious what you say and what you do. And you'll have to be agreeable and negotiable. Now I'm going to talk to you about romance. So the first 15 days of romance, well, if you already have a romance, this card says that you're feeling trapped. You're feeling trapped. So do you want to get out of this trap? It will going to be very difficult. So try to make your first 15 days in June, where romance is concerned, the romance that you have, try to be as friendly as possible. Don't be stubborn, don't be dominating. And I'll use this card also to talk to you about a new romance if you find one. Well, this person that you find in the first 15 days, you coming from the sheep family, is going to be very argumentative and a quarrelsome person. So don't dive into that romance in the first 15 days. Take time to study the person. And what about your marriage in the first 15 days of June? You coming from the sheep family. It says there are many issues of problems. So difficulties are seen coming from everywhere. And the signs on this card say that one of you will tend to dominate. Make sure it's not you. If your marriage partner wants to put the foot down in the first 15 days, be calm, be flexible for the sake of keeping the marriage afloat. Now, your last 15 days of June, where your job is concerned, you coming from the sheep family. Let's see what happens. So let's talk about your job. It's a very good card. It says you can find a job not only in your own country, but anywhere else. So be busy to apply as far as you can. And even if you stay on in your job, it says you will find promotions and you will find peace of mind and you will find happiness. So the choice is yours. The last part of June, last 15 days seem to be very kind for you where job is concerned. You can make up your mind wherever you are, you're going to have good luck. Let's talk of business for the last 15 days. And well, this is a card of partnerships. And it is a card of understanding each other and helping each other. So looking at this card, I'm going to say that the bonus for you is to be able to find a good partner in business, or it may be striking a deal with somebody who can jointly look after a new contract. Let me put it that way. So I make it as a positive card, that's for sure. And from this card, whatever changes you want to make, whether the old or the new, you are very able to do it. So it's a very good card where business is concerned. Now, the last 15 days, what about your romance? Let's see what the card says. And now that's a problem. Whether it's a new romance or whether it's an ongoing romance, it's a problem. It says differences of opinion are very strong. So number one is you listening to me, you coming from the sheep family listening to me. So try to be flexible, try to be negotiable if you want to keep this romance steady. And even if it is a new romance, a lot of difficulties in terms of opinion making will be seen. So you may find a new romance who wants to do things very quickly to change your life. Well, if you can accept it, that's fine, but this card shows trouble. And your ongoing romance may also be difficult because different opinions are seen, can lead to arguments. So if you value your romance, make sure you don't stir up problem. What about your marriage in the last 15 days? This is the card of strength. So it's a good card. So whatever trouble there is, well, is you listening to me, whatever trouble there is, this card says you will be strong enough to overcome the problems. So there will be problems. And so tell yourself to stay calm. Strength doesn't mean attack. Strength means stay calm and have that energy to somehow steady the boat which is rocking. Then you'll be better off. I call this a good card. Now about your health. Let me talk to you, you from the sheep family, what kind of health problems you might have. Ooh, this is a card of blood pressure. I would translate it as blood pressure. Anger makes the blood pressure go up. Sometimes unhappiness makes it go down. So there's a problem with your blood pressure in the month of June, maybe because of the unsteadiness. And the other thing I would worry about for you coming from the sheep family is your glands. If you're a woman, then the ovary glands. And if you're a man, then I would say the prostate gland. So look into these two areas. Nothing very serious, but look into these two areas. And that's the information I have for you. Well, you can consult me for a 90-minute session, which will cost you USD $50. And in this 90 minutes, I'll talk to you about your next 7, 8, or 9 years based on your date of birth, your time of birth, and looking at your palms. For that, I will use the Kabbalistic astrology version. And so with all that information, I'll give you plenty of security for your next 7, 8, or 9 years through giving you the knowledge of what can happen. Whether it's to do with your job, business, finances, your love story, or whether your health. I'll give you your personal lucky lottery numbers. I'll give you your lucky colors, your lucky days, your lucky gemstones, plenty of information. So just for USD 50, you will have this next 7, 8, or 9 years. You will spend 90 minutes with me. Until then, I wish you the best of luck, you coming from the sheep family. Thank you and goodbye.